Hello students, in this video we are going to be discussing the differences between the unitary form of government and federal form of government. Unitary form of government, the central government is supreme and the administrative divisions exercise only powers that the central government has delegated them. Examples: England, France, Japan and Sri Lanka are examples of the unitary form of government. The term government is derived from the old French governor, derived from the Latin gubernere, to direct rule, guide, governor. So we must understand in each and every form of the government how it can be work. So it can be led by the features of the government. So unitary features of the Indian Constitution is, the first one is a strong center. The division of power is in favor of the center and highly inequitable from the federal angle. So division of power means the power can be distributed in the place of the central, state and the local self-government. Firstly, the union list. We have a three different lists: union list, state list and the concurrent list. Firstly, the union list contains more subjects than the state list, that is 99 subjects. Secondly, the more important subjects have been included in the union list. That is very important, and which is it is favored to the nation in highly secretive of the national securities and all, like a defense. It is one of the union list bill. So thirdly, the center has overriding authority over the concurrent list. Finally, the residuary power have also been left with the center. While in the United States of America, they are vested in the states. Thus, the Constitution has made the center very strong. In the unitary form of government, so that is a single constitution is another feature. So Indian Constitution, we follow from the Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Gujarat to the Arunachal Pradesh. So we have only identify as the citizen of this nation, and even we follow that the single constitution that is named as the Indian Constitution, consisting of 395 articles, 22 part and 12 schedules. And so there is another feature is flexible of the constitution. So in the under article 368, so there is the procedures of the amendment of the Indian Constitution. So what is the amendment of the procedures? It's at various time to time or over a period of times. So constitution is required for that the changing in its positions and defining the decisions and even the values of the political systems. So for that purpose, under article 368, the procedures of the amendment can be make only that the flexibilities of the constitution, because we are going to be changing some of the things but without touching that the basic structure of the Indian Constitution. No equitable equalities of the state representation, because we have a n number of the states and the last state is a Telangana. So there is no equalities of the state representation, because the majorities of the state representation for the Rajya Sabha and the majorities of the representations of the Lok Sabha and even some of the cabinet things, the differentiations of the representations, that is leading that inequalities about the state representations. And we have emergency provisions under the article 352, 356 and 360, because President of India only enjoying that these emergency provisions, that is under article 352 there is a national emergency, under article 356 state emergency, under article 360 financial emergency in that emergency provisions. And the another feature is single citizenships. So we are not entertaining and even that the enjoyment of the state citizenships, we are enjoying that the only one citizenship, that is a national citizenships. And integrated judiciary, we have a highest legal judicial system as a Supreme Court at New Delhi, in the High Court at each and every state capital. And we have all India services, which is conducted the examinations of under UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. There are 24 different kinds of the civil services are there. Which one is the famous are the IAS, IPS, IRS and the foreign services and all. And even appointment of the governors. So some of the state departments, even that the things of the Auditor General, even they are directly appointed by the governor with the consultations of the President of India. So what are the merits of the unitary features? The suitable for the small countries, and even the unitary government will make a prompt decisions and take a speedy action. So we can take immediate actions, and even we can give a justifies to the people. A unitary government is a less expensive, and even amendment to the constitution are very easy, because the changes of the constitutions or the amendment of the constitution, as we think, it is not too much easy, but it is a very difficult task. If the country is a very small, it is definitely easy. There is a uniformity of law, policy and administration. And there is another phase for the unitary form of government, that is the demerits. It is not suitable for the big countries, because big countries expecting something which is not having the unitary form of government. The central government will have to tackle so many complex problems that lead to the administrative delay. The another demerits are, the central government will not be concentrate on the local problems, local interest and the initiative, because it is only focus on the national problems. If we asking or listening or requesting for the local problems, they are not concerned for the local interest and all. And the last one is, the concentration of powers may pave way for the despotisms of the central government. So we come to that understanding that the federal form of government, which is directly against to the unitary form of government. The classification of government into unitary and the federal is based on the nature of relation between the national and regional government. A federal government is one in which powers are divided between the national government and the regional government by the constitution itself, and both operate in their respective jurisdiction independently. United States of America, Switzerland, Australia, Canada, Russia, Brazil, Argentina have federal form of government. In a federal model, the national government is known as the federal government, as the central government or the union government, and the regional government also is known as the state government or provincial government. So what are the features of the federal form of the government? So the first feature is dual polity. The constitution establishes the dual polity consisting the union at the center and the state at the periphery, each of the endowed with the sovereign powers to be exercised in the field assigned them respectively by the constitution. And the second one is, each and every federal form of the government expecting and having the written form of constitution. And there is a division of power is another feature. And even that the supremacy of the constitution in the federal form of also, the constitution can lead the nation with this order. Thus the organs of the government, legislative, executives and judicial at both levels must operate within the jurisdiction prescribed by the constitution. And even there is a independent judiciary. So in the unitary form of government, there is something merits to the nation, and even there is a demerits. And even the some of the federal features, we have both merits and the demerits. But context, we can understanding unitary form of government, it is only it is suitable for only the small nation. But the federal features and even having the dual polity, that can be suitable for one of the biggest nation as the Canada, some United States of America and UK and all. Thank you.